just the visual presentation of data, data, right? Okay, so Elvina Joy, can you hear me, Elvina?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no problem in this. Okay, so we are going to discuss about visual presentation of data. We know that there are various methods are there. Okay, methods are there like a graphical presentation, right? Okay, so we are moving forward to analyze and understand the things what we learned earlier. So in visual presentation of data, basically we know that it is called to be diagrammatic presentation. Presentation. Today we are discussing about diagrammatic presentation. Various methods we already learned. We know that. Okay. Again, any troubles are there. This chapter is important for us in the examination. So again, any troubles are there. I mean, just to utilize this period to solve such kind of problems. If you have any doubt directly, you can ask me. Okay. And we know that basically in a diagrammatic presentation, we are dividing that into geometric diagrams. Next one is called to be frequency diagram, and the last one it is arithmetic line graph or time series graphs. These are the basic methods we are using to present a data. So visual presentation is directly connected with geometric diagrams, frequency diagrams, and arithmetic line graph. Okay. Again, we are going to discuss about one by one today. Okay, first of all, we are taking the geometric diagram. Geometric diagram, subdivisions are there. Okay, I am discussing this again for the newly admitted students. Please observe carefully, listen carefully. Any doubts are there, means you can ask me directly. Okay, so geometric diagram, again, we are able to divide that into bar diagrams, pie diagrams. Okay, bar diagrams and pie diagram. Pie diagram. So already we learned, already you people learned this kind of diagrams in the junior classes, maybe 8th class, 9th class, 10th class. You learned all these things. You know how to construct a bar diagram and how to construct a pie diagram. That method you already learned in mathematics. Okay, in economics also we have some application of mathematics. Okay, basically in statistics. Okay, again, bar diagram we are able to divide into simple bar diagrams, multiple bar diagrams, and component bar diagram. One more is there, you know that is going to be percentage bar diagram. Okay, so what are they? Geometric diagrams can be divided into bar diagrams and pie diagram. Bar diagram again can be divided into simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, and component bar diagram. Just write down. Okay, newly attended students, just write down. Most of the students you wrote that, I know that. Okay, again, any troubles are there, means just intimate me now. Okay, so there's simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, and component bar diagram or subdivided bar diagram. One more method is called to be percentage bar diagram. Now I will ask some questions to students. Those who already attended the class there, right? Okay, tell me, Annette Anthony, what is the importance of symbol bar diagram? How we will construct a symbol bar diagram? Annette, can you hear?
Single bar diagrams are based on a single set of data.
Okay, basically we are using a single set of data. Okay, single set of data to present. Okay, to present we are using that method called symbol bar diagram. Okay, drawback is there for the symbol bar diagram. Basically we are able to present only one set of data, single set of data. That's a drawback with what we can say, the symbol bar diagram. So we are going to find out the construction methods of a symbol bar diagram. Okay, first of all, before that, you want to understand one thing. What are the merits and the demerits of diagrammatic and graphic presentation? Okay, so we know that merits are there, many merits are there. Like almost all this diagrammatic presentation is simple and understandable informations are there. Okay, if you are observing a bar diagram or a multiple bar diagram or a pie diagram, histograms, frequency diagrams, okay, histograms, frequency polygon, frequency ogive, okay, or arithmetic line graph, we are easy to understand the information. Okay, these diagrams are able to convey the message easier to the people. Okay, next one, it is always give a lasting impact. We are able to memorize the data. No need of training or specialized knowledge. In the case of tabular presentation, we learned that layman or the people, those who don't have the technical knowledge, they are unable to understand such kind of tables there. But in this case of diagram or diagrammatic presentation, anyone can easily understand the message that conveying the presentation. Okay, it is always attractive and effective means of presentation. So diagrammatic presentation is otherwise we can say that it is always attractive and it is effective means of presentation. A quick comparative at a glance, with a single vision we are able to compare different data. That is a merit of diagrammatic or graphic presentation of data. Okay, information, or it is always called to be informative and entertaining. Basically, if you are observing a newspaper, always this newspaper reports is connected with some data. Always they will use this method to present that data. Basically, they use diagrams. They will use what we can say, a number of graphs or a multiple bar diagram, simple bar diagrams, or a subdivided bar diagrams. Such kind of diagrams they will use, and always making that into a, what we can say, a informative and entertaining way. Okay, converting the data into a informative way, and it is always entertaining the people. Entertaining in the sense easily we are able to understand the things. Nothing more than that. Next one, location of averages. Without any calculation or without any mathematical formulae, we are able to find out the averages from this kind of diagrams. Okay, next one, we always used to study the correlation between different sets of data. So the students, those who not wrote all these ideas, all these points, please write down that properly and learn that properly, because it is too much important for us. We want to understand the nook and corner, almost all the things from that particular chapter. So just to cooperate, just to do that. Okay, so the students already attended the class, just to take this as a revision class. Okay, so just write down merits of diagrammatic and graphic presentation. I hope you completed that. Elvina, is that done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. What about Anila Mohanan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so moving forward with the demerits of visual presentation of data. Okay, basically three are there. They are considering as limited use. So we know that already we learned in the beginning of the chapter that is called to be presentation of data. That is what textual presentation of data. In textual presentation of data, we are able to understand each and every aspect of an incident, right? Okay, but the limitation is there in the graphical presentation. It is not descriptive. Okay, no graphs or no diagrams are descriptive. That only convey the datas. Okay, no incidents, only the datas are there. But in textual presentation, we can easily understand that what happened, where it happened, why it happened, like that. Description will be there. Okay, but in this case of graphical presentation, there is no such kind of description is available. Okay, and that's what the limited use is there. Next one, misuse. I already told you that anybody can construct or anybody can easily understand this kind of data. That's what it will always leading to misuse of presentation. Okay, misuse of presentation. Okay, again we can see that the third disadvantage is called to be only preliminary conclusions. The preliminary data, first hand of information, always this graphical representation will provide to the people, those observing that first hand information. Okay, nothing descriptive here. Okay, there's a drawback of graphical presentation. Now you can see here a symbol bar diagram. That's what we discussed. Here you know that the first case we discussed that only. Bar diagram that can be divided into simple bar diagrams, multiple bar diagrams, component bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, or one more it is called to be the percentage bar diagram. So we are discussing today that is symbol bar diagram. Okay, symbol bar diagram, we know that it's always a conveying or always presenting one single set of data. Is that correct? Or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. Okay, so you can see here simple bar diagram in the board here. So basically we know that we require a table to draw a diagram. Okay, table is compulsory. Table is a compulsory. So we know that we are able to convert a paragraph into a table into a paragraph, and table into a graph, vice versa, graph into a table also. We are able to convert that. So here we know that a simple bar diagram. Simple bar diagrams are those diagrams which are based on a single set of numerical data. Single set of numerical data. Just write down. It's always represent a single set of numerical data. Numerical data. Here you can see the number of students. Always it will create a bars, rectangles, right? Rectangles here. So Delhi, Bihar, Haryana, Punjab, and other states. Okay. So the number we can see here. Okay, the places, sorry. Just wait for a moment. Okay, so that's what we discussed. It's called to be a simple bar diagram. Simple bar diagram for a single set of data. We are using a simple bar diagram to represent or to present that particular data. Okay, so you can see here one axis. What is the names of the states are there? Other axis. What is that? Number is indicated. Vertical axis is there, and the horizontal axis. Okay. Next one we are moving. Next one is called the multiple bar diagram. Multiple bar diagram. So multiple bar diagram in the sense of by observing this, you can able to understand that it is always presenting two sets of data, right? Two or more sets of data. Okay, so diagram which show two or more set of data simultaneously. At the same time, multiple bar diagrams are presenting more than two or more than two sets of data at the same time. So one axis we can see here years are the 99, 1992, 1993, 94, 95, 95 like. Okay, and another axis the number is mentioned that related with the imports and exports. Imports are in the yellow color and green color indicating exports. Okay, so easily we are able to compare the imports and exports by observing this multiple bar chart or multiple bar diagram. So keep that in your mind. Basically multiple bar diagrams we are using to present two or more sets of data at the same time. That time we are using multiple bar diagram. Is that clear? Is that clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we discussed about a simple bar diagram, basically single set of data, multiple bar diagram, more than two or more than two sets of data. Next one is called to be you can see here it's called to be component bar diagram and subdivided bar diagram. Component bar diagram or a subdivided bar diagram. What are they? Here it is. Okay, within the data, okay, one set of data, subsets are there. Basically you are using this method. Okay, so subdivided bar diagram are those diagrams which simultaneously present total values as well as part values of set of data. Subsets are within the data. Any subsets are within the data. Basically, we are using this method to present the data. Is called to be subdivided bar diagram. In this case, you can see that axis they mentioned here, middle school or lower high school. This yellow, blue color indicates. Blue color indicates the people, those engaging in sales. The green color indicating the people engaging in marketing. Okay, this light green color indicating that people working in the IT sector, and the purple color the middle management, and the yellow color is called to be upper management. That related with the job of the people. So total number is here is 100 out of 100. Okay, and their qualification also mentioned in this axis here. So middle or lower high school or a lower school. Okay, that people basically almost 100 of them, they engaged in sales. So by observing that particular rectangle, we are able to find, or that bar, we are able to find the people, those who completed the middle school or lower schooling, they are all engaged in only one activity that's called to be sales. Okay, coming to the people, those who complete the high school, we are able to know that out of 100 of them, most of them are working in the sales department, most of them. So this blue color indicating their number, and out of them, some of them are working in marketing. So number we are able to find here, always 0 to, you can see here 5, right? 5, 10, 15, okay, like that. So nearly 5 members out of 105 are working in IT department, up to 20, 25, 30, we can see here 30 people. I mean, 5 to 30, nearly 25 people, they are working in marketing. Rest of them all are working in sales department. So within one particular data, subsets are there. Basically, we are using this method, subdivided bar diagram method. Okay, this is the method basically we are using to represent subsets within the data. Okay, hope you understood that, right? Coming to the people here, those who complete a PhD or a higher education, their job level like upper management, middle management. Out of 100, how many are there in upper management? How many working in lower management? How many are in the IT department? How many are in the marketing department? And how many are here in sales? Like that, we are able to understand the division within the set. So that's the importance of subdivided bar diagram. Okay. Next one, we know that percentage bar diagram. In percentage bar diagram, the data we want to convert into percentages, right? Is that correct, Mr. Sharath? In the percentage bar diagram, if you want to draw the diagram, first of all, you want to convert the data into percentages, right? Annette, can you hear me?
Sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine. Aditya, either correct? You want to convert the data into percentage, then only we are able to draw a percentage bar diagram. It's almost like a subdivided bar diagram, but the data we want to convert into percentages. Okay, then only we are able to draw a percentage bar diagram. Okay. Again, we are moving forward with another methods of presentation of data. Okay, so this is going to be a percentage bar diagram. In percentage bar diagrams are those diagrams which are simultaneously showing different part of the values of a set of data in terms of percentage. Subdivided bar diagram, that's not in percentage, but in percentage bar diagram, we want to convert the data into percentage. Then only we are able to draw the diagram. Okay, but in the case of subdivided bar diagram, numbers are the real numbers we can use, but here the numbers we want to convert into percentages. You can see here. Okay, related with the sale of a particular shop, hardware, software, and services, right? So total number we want to convert into percentages, then we are able to draw the diagram. So simple difference is just you want to use the mathematical calculation. If you are making any mistake in that mathematical calculation, the entire presentation will goes wrong. Okay, that's only drawback with a percentage bar diagram. Okay, so if any doubts are there, means you have to inform me. We will discuss that again, no problem. Okay, so we are moving forward to some questions. Okay, before questions, we want to complete pie chart. Another graphical presentation, you know, that is pie chart. Okay, pie chart is otherwise known as the circle chart, right?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me. Who is this?
sir, what is the difference between Sir Aditya?
Tell me, Aditya.
Sir, what is the difference between percentage bar diagram and
Subdivided, right?
subdivided?
That only know. Okay, so the answer is simple. I already told you know. In subdivided bar diagram, basically we are using real numbers. Actually, what is the data? Directly we are using the data. Okay, we are not converting that into percentages. Okay, but in the percentage bar diagram, compulsory we want to convert the entire data into percentages. Clear? Understanding or not?
Sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the case of this example, that's might be confusing for you. So you can see here, I will show that again. So in this example, 100 is the number here, right? Not in percentage. It is just the number. Okay, out of 100. Okay, that's a count out of 100, but not in percentage. Maybe you can convert that into 80 or 200 or something like that, right? But in this problem, that maximum number is 100. Okay, that's what the doubt here. In the second case, here it is 100. That is in percentage. That's in a percentage. Now it's clear or not? Aditya, can you hear me?
Sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So that's the only thing there. So that's the number basically, okay. So next one we know that is called to be pie chart, pie diagram. So pie diagram is we know that it's a circle chart. There are a number of positive aspects are there and negative aspects are there for pie chart also. So we know that basically the total value of the pie is always 100. Like a percentage bar diagram, we want to convert the data into percentage. In the pie diagram also, we want to convert the data into percentage. So we know that, first of all, we want to categorize the data in the pie diagram. Next one, calculate the total data. And again, want to divide that into categories, convert that into percentages, finally calculate the degree. So calculation method is here. So therefore, the pie chart formula is given as given data divided by the total value of the data into 360 degree. So that is the total angle of a circle, 360 degree. So that's what here, 360 degree. So for example, we can take a example here. So we are going to construct one pie chart example. Imagine a teacher surveys her class on the basis of their favorable sports. In the one class, the 10 people they like football, 5 students they like hockey, and 5 like cricket, and 10 students they like basketball, and 10 students they like badminton. Okay, now we are going to construct a pie diagram with this data. Okay, so first of all, what is that? The first stuff you know that football 10, hockey 5, cricket 5, basketball 10, badminton 10. Okay, again we want to divide that directly into what we can say, angles. Okay, so method is there. The total 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 40 here. Okay, 15 plus 5, 20, 20 plus 10, 30 plus 10 is equal to 40. So the total value is 40. So given value divided by total multiply by 100. So you can see here 25%. Yes, in hockey also 5 divided by 40, that multiply by 100, we will get 12.5. And cricket 5 divided by 40 and multiply by 100, we will get 12.5 again. Again here 10, 25, here it is 25. So you can see here 25 plus 12.5 plus 12.5 plus 25 again 25. What is the total answer here? What will come here?
100.
100. So that's what the percentage, right? Okay, so simply we are converting that total data into percentages. Now we want to convert that into angles. So what do you want to do here? Directly you want to convert that into angle. Simple method is here. Okay, given data divided by total into, multiply by 360. Okay, so 10 divided by 40 into 40 multiplied by 360, answer is 90 degree only. So 5 divided by 40 multiplied by 360 degree, answer is a 45 degree. 5 divided by 40, the same 45 degree, and here already we know that 90 plus 90. So calculate here, add all these together, what will come?
360.
90 plus 45 plus again 2 90s are the 90. Okay, so maximum answer is, or the total answer is 360 degree. So the total angle of a circle, we know that it is a 360 degree. So there is no mistake in this calculation. So if you are making any calculation errors, basically the construction will go wrong. Okay, that's what the importance of a pie diagram. Okay, so I hope new students also able to understand the method. Okay, so once we are able to convert that into percentages, next method, directly we can find the angles also. 2 methods also we are able to use. Okay, so you can see here, finally we draw a pie chart here. This blue color indicating the people those who like football, red color indicate people like basketball, and this green color indicate badminton, and this gray color the hockey, and this yellow color cricket. So legend is here. All right. So easily we are able to understand the entire divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 slices, 4 slices. So angle is here, it is 90 degree. This angle also 90 degree, and here also 90 degree, and here it is a 90 degree divided into 2 equal halves. So 45, 45. Okay, clear? Clear or not? Yes or no? Already you learned this in the junior classes. Any doubts are there in the construction? Any doubts are here?
No, sir.
Okay, Subham Pal, are you there? Subham Pal? Subham? Can you hear me, Subham Pal? Okay, please turn on your cameras. Everyone, please turn on your cameras. Pavitra, is that clear? Can you hear me, Pavitra? Pavitra?
Yes.
Okay, so we are discussing about advantages of pie chart. Advantages of a pie chart. The picture, basically, the advantages of the pie chart. The picture is simple and easy to understand. Picture in the sense, the chart is able to, we are able to understand. It is simple and we are able to understand that easily. Data can be represented visually as a fractional part of the whole data. Okay, the whole data, again, that converting into fractions or slices. Okay, it will help in providing an effective communication tool for even uninformed audience. Okay, even a layman or a technologically backward people also able to understand the picture by a single observance or a single glance. Okay, next one, provides a data comparison for the audience at a glance to give an immediate analysis or to quickly understandable information. Okay, we know that. No need for readers to examine the measure underlying numbers themselves, which can be removed by using this chart. So no numbers is actually required to understand this pie charts here. By simply observing the chart and the color indicators, we are able to understand the message that conveying that chart. To emphasize a few points you want to make, you can manipulate pieces of data in the pie chart. If you want to add again some more data within that particular data or set of data, we are able to make, or we are able to create our own slices. Okay. Again, disadvantages also are there for the pie chart. First of all, it becomes less effective in the sense no descriptions are there. A single set of data will be there, no description. If there are too many pieces of data used, we are unable to understand also. Okay, for example, 1 degree into 360. Okay, 1 into 360, that many slices comes means we are unable to understand that. Okay, it is looking awkward. So if there are too many pieces of data, and even if you add data, labels and numbers may not be help, they themselves may become crowded and hard to read. So many subsets are there, means we are unable to, or many slices are there, we are unable to understand the message in that chart. As this chart only presentation on one set of data, you need a series of compare multiple sets. So we know that it's a drawback. If you want to draw or present one set of data, we want to use one pie chart. Okay, if you want to present a number of different sets of data, we want to use that many pie charts. Okay, this may make it more difficult for readers when it comes to analyze and assimilate information quickly. So many data we are on, many charts we are using, or many pie diagrams if you are using, it will become what we can say, unable to understand easily. Okay, unable to understand easily. Okay, that's a drawback or disadvantages of a pie chart. Okay, so today we discussed about basically we know that the visual presentation of data. In visual presentation of data, we discussed about the various diagrams. In bar diagram, we discussed about the simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, and a component bar diagram. And we discussed about the pie diagram also. Pie diagram also. Next one, we are directly moving forward to frequency diagram. Frequency diagram. So what are the importance of frequency diagram? Frequency diagram. You already know that how to construct a frequency diagram there, right? Right or not? So what are the advantages of frequency diagram? So without mathematical calculation also, we are unable to find the median of or the average of the data provided. That's a advantage of histogram. Okay, and related with the histogram, two more construction methods are there: frequency curve and frequency polygon. Frequency curve and frequency polygon. You know that, right? Frequency curve and frequency polygon. So we are discussing that histogram, frequency polygon, and frequency curve. We know that with the help of a histogram, we are able to construct a frequency polygon, or without a histogram also, we are able to construct a frequency polygon. The same in the case of frequency curve also. We are able to draw a frequency curve with a histogram and without a histogram also. So we are moving forward to find out how to construct a histogram. Stay with me. Okay, histogram. So basically for frequency distribution, we are using a histogram. So it's otherwise called to be an area diagram. Histogram is otherwise called to be an area diagram. We know that. What is the method to construct a histogram, right? Okay, so first of all, you want to understand what is the difference between a histogram and a bar graph. All we know that's a 3-mark question. Okay, difference between a histogram and a bar graph. Histogram, it is a 2-dimensional figure. Histogram is a 2-dimensional figure. The same time, bar graph is a 1-dimensional figure. Histogram, the frequency is shown by the area of each rectangle. So you can easily understand here, right? So in the case of bar graph, only the height matters. Okay, but in the case of histogram, both the width of the rectangle and the height of the rectangle both matters here. That's what it's called to be a 2-dimensional figure. Histogram is a 2-dimensional figure. Okay, the frequency is shown by the area of each rectangle. Frequency we are able to find by calculating the area of that rectangle that presented in that graph. Okay, in the case of bar graph, the height shows the frequency and the width has no significance. Okay, that's up to our idea. We can take any width. Okay, any measurement we are able to use any measurement to draw the figure there. Okay, but in the case of histogram, both the height and width matters. Accurate measurement is necessary there. Okay, the third case, histogram, it shows rectangles touching each other. Okay, so you can see here the rectangles, they are touching each other. There is no gap between the rectangles. You can see that here. But in the case of bar diagrams, there's a gap. We are able to find a gap. So the bar graph, you can see, they consist of rectangles separated from each other with equal spaces. So after the construction of a histogram, we are able to find a double-sided staircase. Okay, a double-sided staircase construction method is here. We are able to find that a double-sided stair. Okay. So that's a histogram for us. Okay. Next one, the same time, the frequency curve and frequency polygon. We are able to draw a frequency curve or frequency polygon with the help of a histogram or without the help of a histogram also. So histogram is a 2-dimensional diagram. It's a set of rectangles which passes as intervals between class. So it's called to be a 1-mark question between class boundaries and with areas proportional to the class frequency. Histogram frequency distribution are of 2 types. One is equal class intervals is there and unequal class intervals also. We are able to draw a histogram with the unequal class intervals and even with the equal class intervals. Okay, so frequency polygon we already observe here. So you can see here. So want to test the midpoints of the bar. So in the first case, you can see a histogram with the data. We construct a histogram here. The scale, you know that x-axis, 1 big division is equal to 10 units. Okay, 1 big division is equal to 10 units here, 0 to 10. So that is the x-axis. Okay, in the y-axis, so 1 big division is equal to 5 units. So you can see here. Okay, and in the case of frequency polygon, coming to frequency polygon, the same histogram is here. And we depicted the same here also. We want to find out the midpoint of the rectangles. How to calculate that? How to calculate the midpoint? Any idea? We already discussed.
Upper
What is the
class
method to
limit
calculate?
plus lower class limit by 2.
Upper class limit plus lower class limit divided by
2.
2. Okay, simple method it is. Okay, upper class limit plus the lower class limit divided by 2. Okay, so easily we are able to find it. Okay, so here you can see that 10 plus 20 divided by 2 is equal to 15, right? So 10, here it is 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. 75. So we are able to find here 20 plus 30, 50 divided by 2, 25. 30 plus 40, 70 divided by 5 is 35. 40 plus 50, 90 divided by 2, 45. 50 plus 61, 10 divided by 2, 55. Next one 60, 70 as it is. Okay, and we find the midpoint. And in the case of frequency polygon, we want to connect all these midpoint with the use of a scale. So straight lines are there. Straight lines we are able to find here. Straight lines are there. Okay, and we want to understand from the first midpoint to the baseline, we want to use dotted lines to join. Okay, first rectangles midpoint to the baseline, we want to use dotted lines, and last rectangles midpoint to the baseline also we want to use dotted lines that you want to keep in your mind. So it's called to be frequency polygon. So in the case of frequency curve, the same method only, but the problem or what the thing is, we don't want to use a scale, we don't want to construct a straight lines there. Instead of that, with free hand we are able to draw that. Free hand, okay, free hand we are able to draw that figure, okay, or touch the midpoint with a free hand. Okay, that's called a frequency curve. Frequency curve. So listen carefully. Next class we want to finish ogives and arithmetic line graph. That also is there. We want to finish in the next 2 classes. We want to use that, and in the next 2 classes we want to wind up the entire chapter called presentation of data. Presentation of data. So learn this carefully. Today I will post some more question for you. Okay, and I want to submit that within 2 days. Okay, Onam is there. I know that you are going to celebrate yourself. Anyway, the homework also want to complete in time, right? And I'm thinking that this might be considering as a last class before the Onam celebration, and we will meet after the holidays, right? So I will send the homework. Please observe that carefully. Complete the task in time and send me. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.